Hi there, Stan Cook here. Welcome back to my channel. This time I'm going to be talking about 3D printing. 3D printing devices for this Osmo Pocket. Now there are all kind of really neat things I found on Thingiverse, and I want to share them with you. All that's coming up next. Okay, let's take a look at some of the things a 3D printer can do. For example, right here, this is my mic stand. I printed that on a 3D printer. Well, we're talking about the Pocket, Osmo Pocket. And there are lots of things that you can print from Thingiverse. All these I'm talking about from Thingiverse. So let's take a look. Here is the Osmo Pocket. Okay. I love this thing. But for example, here's a little holder that you can get. This is just, if you want to set it on a counter and fits right in there. Easy. Here's another one. Maybe not quite so good, but still works. You set this down and print away. Here is one that I made, which has got a 1/4-20 tripod stand in it. I designed this one myself. Fits in there perfect. I've got one on a hat cam that I can use. And this one I really love. This is designed to hold the smartphone and the Osmo Pocket at the same time. It's kind of nifty, right? Take a look at it. So what it does, it slides right in here. Okay, that's holding the Osmo Pocket. And here is the phone connector, which just plugs in like that. Now you've got a good solid holder, and it won't fall out, won't come off. And this particular design has an area back here where you can put in this is for the USB-C, this is just the cover part, so you don't lose these parts. And I added this little piece here, which is a 1/4-20 mount, which allows you to use this on a tripod. Pretty cool, I think. And here's another one I found on Thingiverse. This guy did a really good job on this one. It's got a place to hold the Osmo Pocket. Let me pull this out here and show you. This particular one fits in really nice, and it has a little duct here which allows sound to go into the microphone that's at the bottom of the pocket. And it also even has its own 1/4-20 here. It was printed. It's not a metal one, but it's printed with the 3D printer, and it works quite well. One other one I have here. This is another design which allows you to use a tripod or some other mounts here. And this particular one is designed that you can put this on, in this case, the mini tripod, the mini Apple iPod mini. And again, this fits right on top of there. Okay, you turn around, and all you have to do is run a firewire out and into the side here. Works well if you want to use a iPod mini. Okay, now let's look at some of the other things you can do with a printer. Okay, just a quick tour here. This is some of the things that I printed. Silly, fun, when I was learning. These are all done with the 3D printer. Even this one, which I'm not finished with, but this was it's a old Volkswagen bus. What was it? I forget how many window bus it is, but anyway, that's what that is. I used this. I printed this one, designed and printed this one to be used with cameras and a hot shoe and connect the camera and all that. And let's see what else. Here's some presidents. And here's a sword I'm working on. It's not painted yet. Here is a 4th axis That's also going to allow the pocket to go in there. This is not fully developed yet, but this is done with the 3D printer. So there are lots of things you can do with a 3D printer, even the Enterprise. Okay, let's take a look at the 3D printer. The one that I use is similar to a CR10, but it's called AlphaWise. And you can pick up the AlphaWise. I think I got this on GearBest. It was a less than 300, closer to 250 if I remember right. But it really works well. This is the bed. I changed the bed to a Creality 3D, and this is like a diamond base to the printing machine. And the beauty of this thing is that when it's warm, it holds the print down really solid. And after it cools down, you can come up and just pick it away. And I'll show you that one a little bit. Now, how do you get your print? Well, all you do is use a 3D card like this one, and you take the program, which is called a .stl, put it on this and stick it in here, and then turn it on. So I'm gonna print that pocket holder I showed you a little before. So here we go. So now all we got to do is go down here to the folder, find the item that we're going to print, which in this case is going to be this one here. Go to print, and it's warming up now. So all you really need to do using this Creality base is just wipe it off, just get any dirt or dust that you may have on there. And then we're going to take the hot end. The hot end is this little piece right down here. I don't know if you can see it, but that's where the filament comes out, and I'm using a gray filament in this case. But I bring up the hot end up to 210 degrees centigrade, and the base at 60. Put the fan in normal flame, and that's it. It's ready to go. All we have to do now is wait for everything to come up to temperature, and we'll start a print, and I'll show you that shortly.
A few moments later.
Okay, it's just about up to temperature, and it's about ready to get going. Takes a little longer. I have this out in the garage, and it's winter time here in Washington, though it's not that cold outside, but it takes a little longer for this glass to heat up to the proper temperature. But we're getting close to it. It ought to take off here in about 15 seconds or so. Go through its little ritual, and then it will start printing. There we go. So it's testing, make sure it's got the right level. It's going to go up, then it's going to go move out to the area. Takes a second for the filament to start coming out. But there we go. So it's laying out right now the brim that goes around it. The brim helps hold the item to the board during printing. Now I'm not going to go into a hyperlapse and make you watch all that, but I will come out here every now and then and take a shot of how it's going. It's probably going to take about 2.5 hours or so for this to print. You got to remember that this is the filament right here. It looks like it's pretty long, and it is, but as it goes through the extruder down here, it turns that thing into almost like a hair in width, and it melts it together. Of course, that's exactly how a 3D printer works. So we'll come back and pick it up in a little bit and see how it's doing.
1 hour later.
Okay, here we go after 1 hour. It's been printing 1 hour now. And looks like it's just about a little over halfway. Maybe you can see that. So that's 1 hour. We'll come back and look at it again.
1 hour later.
Okay, I'm back. In less than 2 hours, it's all finished already. One of the beautiful things about the Creality 3D plate is just go out here and it just lifts off. All you have to do is run a rag over that next time, same thing will happen. Anyway, that is it. Clean up the brim, it'll be all done. That's the way you do it, 3D printing. So that's what 3D printing is about. Those are some of the things that you can print for the Osmo Pocket, which we're on right now here in my Jeep, heading out for a drone job. But I just wanted to finish off what we've been talking about. A 3D printer, for many of you who don't have one, is a real nice thing to have. And you can even get them in a smaller size than the one that I have. But for making tools or for coming up with things that you've thought about that you might want to design, there's a program called Tinkercad, which is free, and you can design 3D products right there, spit them out, and print them on that 3D printer. I hope this has been interesting to you, and maybe you've gained some knowledge by it. If so, you can subscribe. I don't mind that. Hit the bell if you want to get notified about future products or future videos that I'm coming out with. The next one's going to be talking about over-the-air TV. How much does it cost? Will it work for you? And all that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.